This is Robert Kraft, and I'm coming to you live on SNNLive, and we're at the 8th Annual Precious Metal Summit here in Beaver Creek, Colorado. With me right now is Ewan Downie from Premier Gold Mines Limited. It's a publicly traded company. I got two symbols for you, PG on the TSX and PIRGF in the US. Ewan, welcome to SNNLive.
Thanks for having me on, Robert.
It's great to have you on. So, for our audience, let's get an overview of the company and we'll go from there.
Premier is a North American-focused gold and silver producer. We have 2 active producing operations, and we have 5 projects in various stages of development, and we're a company that expects to grow our production significantly over the coming few years.
Okay, so before we get to some of those things, let's get a history of the company. When did the company start, and how did you develop to where you're currently at today?
Premier is a company who's grown primarily through acquisition. We've got several partnerships where we have 5 actual partner properties of our 7 projects. One of our main operations is actually we're a 40% owner with Barrick. So Premier became a producer through acquisition. Company's been around since 2006, started as an explorer, and gradually made the transformation from explorer to producer.
So what's the current focus then of the company currently? Do you have other properties that you're looking to do more exploration on, or is it continue to develop some of these more advanced stage projects?
On our joint venture with Barrick in the Carlin Trend, one of the most prolific gold districts in the world, we are currently building an open pit and an underground mine. Those mines, the underground mines, should start producing in 2019.
So production is really the focus then. Right?
Yeah, a lot of our capital right now is going into developing these mines. We also have 2 operations that we're hoping to build that are currently in permitting, one in Nevada and one in Ontario, Canada. And we continue to have a fairly aggressive exploration pipeline that we advance as well. So we're not just a producer. We see ourselves as a multifaceted company with a pretty big exploration exposure.
And what's your background, and how does that background lend itself to what you guys are currently doing with Premier Gold?
I started a small little mining exploration business out of university. So my background, my father was a geologist, kind of always been in mining. Started a public company in the late 1990s called Wolf Den Resources, and then Premier Gold is actually, Wolf Den was base metal focused, was the gold spin out of that initial company, and Wolf Den was taken over by an Australian firm in 2007.
So then also, what I'm curious about is, have you brought on the same exploration team from those Wolf Den days into the Premier Gold days as well, or is it always a new team depending on where you're going to explore or develop?
In terms of our exploration team, yes, it's new from what we had at Wolf Den, but some common directors have been with the company since it was Wolf Den, so a lot of follow through.
And I also have to ask, because you're in that near-term production phase, with where metals prices are currently, how does that affect your plans moving forward?
Obviously, everybody is affected by the metal price. Decisions are made in good and bad markets. You make different decisions, but right now we have the one operation that we run in Mexico, and Barrick is actively building the 2 new mines on our South Arturo joint venture. So right now, we haven't seen gold fall to a place where we're really concerned about, where high margin operations. The South Arturo mine last year produced gold at all-in sustaining costs of $3.51 an ounce. So one of the lowest cost producing gold mines in the world.
And from what you can tell us, what are the company's value catalysts moving into 2019?
I think like I said, we have 2 projects going through permitting, so we hope to get our biggest deposit is Greenstone Gold, our hard rock deposit, and a permit for that will be a big catalyst because it is our largest project. And really, I think a lot of the exploration results coming out of various properties, including the development of our South Arturo project, and hopefully continuing to increase the reserve and resource there in what will be our new operation next year.
And where could the audience go and find more information about Premier Gold?
Our website, www.premiergoldmines.com.
My name is Robert Kraft, and I'm coming to you live on SNNLive, and we're at the 8th Annual Precious Metals Summit in Beaver Creek, Colorado. With me again is Ewan Downie from Premier Gold Mines Limited, publicly traded company. The symbols are PG on the TSX and PIRGF in the US. Ewan, thank you again for joining us.
Thank you very much.